This is our 1978 Lincoln Continental 22-foot limousine. So this video will cover a few different things. First off, there will be a slow-paced walk around of the car. Following that, there will be a second walk around where I'll show close-ups of each cosmetic blemish, and then there'll be some video clips of the interior as well. So we are selling this car on consignment on behalf of a very long-term owner. I believe to be the second owner. Bought it when it was just a couple of years old, so he's had it for close to 40 years now. Car only has 61,000 miles on it. Midnight blue top over light blue velour. The owner we're selling it for, actually, pretty cool story behind it. He bought the car for the sole purpose of shuttling his visitors from O'Hare Airport to his waterfront estate up on the North Shore. So, 61,000 miles of going to O'Hare and back. There's definitely some bubbling on the body, so you'll see the stuff close up later in the video, but there, that is to be aware of. It's been repainted once in the correct color. Body's nice and straight. There's one little door ding at the bottom of the driver door. Really nothing too significant. The car was used actively until the late 2000s, and then it sat for close to 10 years. And then in early 2020, it went to SLK Auto House in Orland Park, Illinois for a total going through. So see the end of the listing for a write-up of exactly what mechanical stuff was done. But it was about $3,500 worth of work. New brake calipers in the front, drums in the rear, fuel system gone through, battery done, all the typical stuff. Runs and drives really well. And it's just so silent. 460 powered as opposed to a 400. Had the larger available engine. 3-speed automatic. Trans was serviced as well, so that's all good. Nice and smooth. The trim pieces, like the polished surfaces, are really nice. The driver's side rocker trim has a scuff in the middle of it, and then the passenger side just has kind of like some water stains on it. But the chrome pieces are, they're not oxidized or pitted. They're in nice shape. Tinted glass in the back, not in the front. Panel fitment's good. The doors open and close smoothly. The driver door could sit a little bit more flush to the body, but it doesn't rattle around. It does close smoothly. Now this is cosmetic blemishes close up. Just a handful of chips and scratches, regular road wear scattered about. See that one there around the headlights. Pop-up headlights, they are functional. This little trim piece on forward of the wheel, you can see a little bit of spider webbing there, but this trim piece down there in the corner, you can see it has a crack at the bottom. Then the driver's side along the midline trim, you can see there's like dust nibs and bubbles in the paint, and then along the crease towards the rear. And there's that scuff in the center of the rocker trim. Glass and light lenses are all good and all functional. You can see the top. There's like a little nick on there. Sunroof, it had a leak while it was at the repair shop, so they just put a little ring of tape around it. So that's still on there. Preventative measure. Now, you can see some paint peeling where it meets the top. Paint's close to 30 years old, so that's going to happen. And again, right over the wheel well there, you can see a couple little bubbles. Really just indicative of fairly poor prep work. This passenger middle door, lower portion is the worst part of the car. There's definitely some bubbling, not just poor prep work, but rust bubbling. Again, that's passenger center lower door. Overall, It's a great driver. It's a really good driver level car. It's a bit too oxidized to really, there's a bit more body rust to really consider it a strong show car. But regardless, it's a really cool survivor. Interior, the front's in really nice shape. The light blue velour looks good, still soft. In the rear, though, is where the headache is. So you'll see that in a second. So as I mentioned, the sunroof had leaked. It dripped onto the carpet, which then stained the carpet. So the repair shop actually cut the rear carpet out. So now it's just a shop towel down there. We scrubbed the hell out of this thing, so it no longer, smells musty or anything like that. But, it could always still be cleaned further. But definitely 100% plan on replacing the carpet in the rear. It's just the bare floor underneath that shop carpet. This rear system with TV, radio, and an air conditioning setup, it actually all works. The air is not cold. It's still R12 refrigerant, but it does kick on. Little bar setup. You can see just little bits of dirt. I scrubbed as much as I can, but it could still be taken to the next level. The sills, you can see, were taken off in order to pull the carpet. Headliner's tight, in good shape. Interior lights are all functional. Overall, nice, just could use some further interior attention. Door panels are in nice shape. The dash top, little tiny bit warped towards the passenger side, but no dash cracks, nothing like that. Looks pretty good. The windows all around are functional, power windows. Wipers are good, lights are good, radio is good, heat and fan are good. AC compressor does kick on, but does not blow cold. Carpet's in nice shape up front, no floor mats, 61,000 on the odometer. All that looks really nice, not oxidized or anything. The analog clock actually still works, which is great.